Hey, what's up guys? My name is Isaiah Hill. Let me get into frame. That's better. So, I am so sorry I didn't have much to say on Raiders. Temple of Doom, I am continuing with the Indiana Jones series. Temple of Doom, I believe I will have a lot to say. Last Crusade. King with the Crystal Skull, maybe. But anyway, Raiders, I was so humiliated by Raiders. Because one, the video was tilted. I didn't like that a single bit. And I even went to editing and I still went tilt for some reason. It wouldn't get back to like a frame so right. And like part of like my face was cut off. So it basically looked like I was not talking at all. But Raiders, I felt like I didn't contribute a lot to it. So this is going to be a spoilers episode. I'm going to do the rest of the Indiana Jones movies. Because I am so sorry, guys. I feel like this is all I can do because Indiana Jones is so hard to talk about without spoiling it. Raiders, I felt like I did an alright job. It's by far, in my opinion, not my best. If you like it, by all means, thank you so much. I appreciate the people taking out their time out of their day to watch the video. And sorry that this one's late. Because I've been busy with school, been busy doing other things. And a train comes. But overall, guys, let's finish up the Indiana Jones series. Okay, with Temple of Doom, and yes, this might be a long video, Temple of Doom really is a prequel. And I like Temple of Doom because, like, how it opens up like with this very, like, lavish, like show, like, that you see. Kate Capshaw, I think that's her name. She plays Willie in this. Harrison Ford revives, and the kid from the Goonies. I forget how to say his name, so I'm sorry. Jonathan Keung, I think they say his name. And they go on an adventure together. Like, and this one's been deemed the darkest of the Indiana Jones movies. I mean, this film is so dark. Spielberg actually went to, I believe, the head of the MPAA, which does the rating system, and he invented the PG-13. PG-13 arrived from Indiana Jones, and also Gremlins. But the thing is, what's interesting about this is, Indiana Jones, this dark I like, because think of this, Raiders of the Lost Ark had like a pretty gruesome ending if you think about it. But this one had a full-on heart being ripped out of someone. Raiders of the Lost Ark almost got an R rating because of the final scene. Faces melting, which is probably my favorite, and a head exploding. They covered it up with flames. But overall, Indiana Jones, I feel like it's very difficult. The main reason why I want to do a review of Indiana Jones is because I felt like I had a lot, but then I realized when I was talking about it, like, I do all these, like, beforehand, like, practice, and I felt like I had nothing to talk about, and I was so embarrassed that I almost called it off, but I decided to, you know what, let's finish it up, 3 films, 1 review, and then you get to see Back to the Future Let's Play if you're interested. I hope you guys are enjoying that. This review, I am so sorry, guys. Maybe in the future, I'll probably do a much better detailed review. But here, that's all I got right now. So, Temple of Doom, like I said, is a prequel. And this one, and like I said, spoilers. And when you first see Indiana Jones, he's dressed in a white tuxedo, which is an obvious reference to James Bond. And even a thing of dialogue that Short Round says, he says, and he does like in the same way, like Bond, James Bond. I forget who. Or it could be India. I really don't know because right now, guys, like, I am, like, super tired doing this, and I want to keep a video consistent because I didn't like how my videos will, like, double up, like, to 3 a day, and I didn't like that. But overall, Indiana Jones Temple of Doom, it is dark, it is gritty, it's violent, and, like, a lot of people I could see being somewhat scared by this. Raiders is surprising, too. Considering how the rest of the Indiana Jones films in this wasn't even facing it. Let's do that again. Take 2. The Indiana Jones series, that went far, was the first 2 especially are really dark. but the rest are pretty light considering. But like with Temple of Doom, like what really drove people off was the fact like that you see like kids and you see like pretty graphic detail of like what's happening to some of the people. Kate Capshaw was criticized for like screaming. I remember like she was a scream queen. She had to be sedated for one scene with all like the bugs. And the thing is like with, I believe like with this one like they had some trouble. Harrison Ford like hurt his back and he had to fly in for like an experimental back surgery. And he credits that him getting into great shape was the way how he recovered like really quickly. I really enjoyed this film. I give it an amazing. It's not my favorite Indiana Jones film, but it is one of my favorites. The thing is, what I think a lot of people hate about this movie is it's really simple. It's just too dark. The story is pretty good, like how Indiana Jones goes to, like, I believe it's Africa, I really forget. And because I'm like I said, I'm tired, so like my mind's like everywhere. And I was rehearsing this. If you want to see a rehearsal of that, it was bad. Like, I mean, it was so bad, like I immediately deleted it. So I'm sorry if I said you wanted to see it, but here, like, I'm doing everything on a whim. I'm trying to think of everything on top of my head. So if things just like spurt out at random moments, I'm sorry. But Indiana Jones is, like, with Kate Capshaw, like I heard, like, she got the role of Willie because it was so Steven Spielberg could get a night in bed with her. That is very dirty, and it's just so like strange because you almost wouldn't expect that from Spielberg. But then again, Spielberg is what I like about his movies is they're mysterious. Indiana Jones is pretty mysterious, not because of what it's dealing with, it's just mysterious on its own. But with like Indiana Jones, I feel like some people think like the first two especially were just too dark and that they actually should have been more toned down. Because this film, when it first came out, along with Raiders, was PG. And if this was an R, I would have been surprised. And Indiana Jones, I believe, was nominated for an Oscar. I don't know. It probably won. I really did not know. But this is like a film I would recommend. If you are interested in Indiana Jones, you would enjoy it. I don't care how violent it is or how dark. People have compared this film to Gremlins. Gremlins is really a dark film. It's not a happy film by any means. It is dark, but overall I think this is a good film. But I feel like some people take it for granted for like what it really is. And that's really my take on it. One sec, guys. Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade. Like I said, you're getting 3 for the price of 1. I really don't like doing this, but I will admit, I kind of have to. In a sense, because I got something planned for the month of October, and I don't know Indiana Jones was going to run into that, actually. So, here we go. Last Crusade, we bring in Sean Connery. We bring in James Bond, and it is so awesome. Last Crusade, this is the one I could talk about the most, and which is kind of ironic considering how this is like my second favorite, and like Raiders is my favorite, so that's kind of surprising. I mean, Raiders, I'll do some spoilers, like how Alfred Molina, he's in it, like all these incredible actors are in it. Hopefully the video will be tilted up just right, but the thing is, like with this, it's very much like family orientated compared like to the others. Like the other ones are like really like for teenagers and adults. While the second one was meant for like young adults, this one's like a little bit more towards kids. And it was basically like kind of an answer to like how dark the Temple of Doom was, because this one's like very colorful. Like it opens up like with River Phoenix playing young Indiana Jones. River Phoenix, may he rest in peace. He gave us a marvelous performance in Stand By Me, one of my favorite Stephen King adaptations, probably like my 4th favorite, because like I'll just do this, my top 5, Shawshank Redemption, The Green Mile, Misery, Stand By Me, and Carrie, the original. With this in particular, like, with how Indiana Jones goes, like, it's very, like, Bond-related, and it's so lovable, too. And they still use the thing, like, where they're going through actual places. Indiana Jones, a lot of people with this one, a lot of people have said this is their favorite, and I do not blame them. It is a phenomenal film. I love this film. It's an amazing, obviously, but the thing is, like with this, like I remember this when Indiana Jones was still a trilogy, and I felt like this was a satisfying conclusion. I'm gonna get this out of the way, otherwise I'm gonna forget it. There's a joke in Indiana Jones towards like the end of the movie, and it's about a dog. So like you got your name from a dog. And it's true, because he was named after, I believe, George Lucas's dog. And that's pretty... And I like that. Indiana Jones is an iconic, like, person. So now the dog's, like, pretty famous now because of the name. The thing is, like, with this one in particular, it has, like, a really good setup, really good visuals, great acting. In my opinion, this one probably has... Where the actors, like, where they're getting much more, like, screen time... Like, Harrison Ford, obviously, but, like, sometimes, like, when you see Karen Allen, Harrison Ford, and then you see, like, the villains pop up here every now and then, but here it's, like, it's in your face, and that's what I like. Temple of Doom was like, alright, there's a bad guy, but what is this? Now, the thing is, with Last Crusade, they're after, like, the Holy Grail. And it's very, like, interesting, like, considering, like, how it is. I really like this film. And again, guys, I'm so sorry, like, I can't put out, like, more. I am terribly sorry. I'm sorry to whom I got, like, really excited for this review. But if you do enjoy it, thank you. If you don't enjoy it, I'll understand. You guys are amazing. I'm not done yet. But be expecting something, like, really epic for tomorrow. But with Last Crusade, I feel like they accomplished so much in the film that they were able, like, to get away with, like, a lot. Sean Connery as Indiana Jones' father, he is amazing. All the characters are amazing. Now, the link down in the description below, I'm going to put, like, the names, like, of the film. I feel like these films I can do the best here. If I did the whole thing with Raiders, it probably would have gone by a lot easier, in my opinion. But with Last Crusade, like, I could talk about it a long time, but like those, like, I tried to prevent spoilers. Even though I did say this was going to be, like, heavily on spoilers, but whatever, let's do it. And Indiana Jones, like, in The Last Crusade, you get to see, like, all sorts of stuff. You get to see rats, like, which is kind of funny because Indiana Jones is afraid of snakes. And you see rats, you see all sorts of interesting creatures. And Indiana Jones, like, they use live creatures, which is pretty scary. Like, these rats were bred just for the film. And everything appears to work out. And just like where the masterminds of, like, Spielberg and Lucas come in. Originally, a draft of the script was written by, I believe, Chris Columbus, who, you may know, wrote Gremlins, Goonies, directed the first two Harry Potter movies, or comedies like, what was that film? Mrs. Doubtfire, and also a really, in my opinion, a really good film and highly underrated, Young Sherlock Holmes. I really enjoy that. It kind of foreshadows a little bit of Harry Potter because it's very similar in some ways, and a little bit of Home Alone. But I really enjoyed it, and I highly recommend it. I don't know if I'll do a review on that. That'll be later, because I've seen it only, like, one time, but I still remember it really well. But I've seen it, like I said, one time. I want to watch it more. But Last Crusade, it deals, like, it has great effects. It has great acting. And James Bond, like, as Indiana Jones' father, how can you go wrong? It's amazing. Now, I believe that's all I have to say on Last Crusade. I give it an amazing. And the thing is, like, with this, like, the videos of Indiana Jones is actually very difficult. But I do greatly enjoy making these, and I thank you guys. Now, stay tuned for one more. Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. Now, as you know, took it off. The reason why I did that, I don't know. Just thought it would be funny. But the thing is with this one I remember being advertised the most. Like, I remember this one, because this is, like, my personal recollection, because, like, all the Indiana Jones films came out in the 80s. This one was, like, in 2007, I believe, somewhere, like, around there. because Nickelodeon was like heavily sponsoring it, and it looks amazing. It looked so amazing. I wanted to watch it, and then after a while, I heard like, oh, it was just unnecessary and it was horrible. Then I watched it on, like, we owned the film, and I was watching it, and I was like, you know, it wasn't really that bad. I actually kind of liked it. But then as I watched it again, I was like, there are some moments. Some of the acting is a little drought. It's, like, not that good. Some of the writing is not that good. The feel doesn't feel too right. But me, I didn't care. I still enjoyed it because Indiana Jones. Yeah, in my opinion, they should have ended it at Last Crusade. I mean, Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, it's not as bad as people say. I mean, yeah, if you don't mind Shia LaBeouf and, like, who else is in it? Like, some of the names I really forget. Should be a thing on here with all the names, isn't it? Yeah, here it is. Raiders of the Lost Ark. Kate Blanchett, Karen Allen, Ray Barrymore, John Hurt. Yep, just as I thought. I was making sure. But, like, I feel like a lot of people hate on this too much. I mean, yeah, you don't have to watch this in your life. I'm not saying that you have to watch any of these films in your life. But, like, Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, I felt like so many people judged it because they felt like Last Crusade was the perfect ending. And they didn't want it to continue. And you can kind of see it here how, like, it looks a little dull. But if you do enjoy it, by all means, I'm glad. But Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, it's almost like, it's basically an Indiana Jones film, like what they wanted to do, but they couldn't do. I mean, it's good. I mean, I have a hard time talking about this one, so that's why I kind of want to end it here. How cringy it was kind of in the beginning, but here, I feel like if you watch Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, it's kind of a film like where you have to put your opinions in. Me, personally, I'll give it a great, because I feel like the film is good, but it is a little draggy. I wish I saw more of like what they were doing and heard more and better acting, in my opinion. But for all you know, it could be the greatest. For all I know, it could be the greatest film that any of you have seen. Guys, once again, I am so sorry that I botched Indiana Jones. I love Indiana Jones, guys. If you were to say that I could watch a whole series again, like, and it wasn't Harry Potter or anything, it would be Indiana Jones. I am terribly sorry, guys. These are really hard films to talk about. When I try to do spoilers, it's pretty difficult because I feel like, because in my mind, it's like, oh no, you guys don't want to hear the spoilers. But anyway, that's Indiana Jones. I wrapped up the last three. I'm so sorry, guys. The bonus material disc is amazing. But I got an announcement to make. For a whole month of October, I'm going to be dealing with horror movies. That's right, horror movies. I got a thing of horror movies, and they should get me through, and I will be talking about it, and I will go through Netflix. And I want you guys to do something. I want you guys to comment down below a horror film, and I'll see if I can find it. If I have it in my movies, if it's on Netflix, I'll check it out. Let me know in the comments, because I really want to know. Indiana Jones, I'm sorry, buddy. Appears I wasn't the right guy. But horror movies, be expecting it. You guys are awesome. I really appreciate it. Thank you guys so much for checking out the video. I love all you guys. You guys are amazing. Thank you for the views. Thank you for the subscriptions. Thank you for comments. I love you guys. You guys are magical. And that's it. I am so sorry I couldn't go into more in-depth. Maybe in the future I will. The special video will be coming sometime in October, I believe, next week. And that's it. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like. If you want to, if you wish to see more reviews like this and better reviews, because I think this is probably one of the worst I've ever done. If you enjoyed it, by all means, thank you. But me personally, like, it's really difficult because I wanted to talk about Indiana Jones, but I couldn't get, like, the right mindset, and I wrote, like, a script. I wrote, like, ideas down. Oh, wait, no, here it is. No, wait, that's the wrong thing. Like, this was Raiders' ideas, and you probably can't see it too well, but that was, like, the idea. This was the idea for the overall thing. But the thing is, like, with Raiders, and Indiana Jones, for that matter, it was difficult for me to talk about. But stay tuned for October, horror movies. And I'm going to do it again. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like. If you wish to see more videos like this or my Let's Plays, and believe me, I highly recommend the Kill Bill and Back to the Future reviews. That's just me personally. Those are my personal favorite. If you wish to share this with your friends and family, by all means, go ahead. If you want to ask or request me something, go ahead. I'll read it. I'll reply to it. Thank you guys so much. Again, I apologize. I'll put like a link down in the description of my favorite Indiana Jones moments. And Raiders of the Lost Ark, check that out again because I'm going to put something special in there. You guys are awesome. You're amazing. I love you guys. My name's Isaiah Hill, and I'm signing off.